Hello guys, I am really happy at the moment, despite it being 1 o'clock in the morning right now, but I am just really happy. I have my cup of tea and I finished this drawing and I'm really happy because it came out how I wanted it, kind of. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's kind of how I visioned it, and I don't know if any of you guys struggle with this as well, but I always have like an idea of what I want to draw in my head, and I have this like amazing concept in my mind, and then when I try and draw it, I'm just like, oh, that's terrible, and that's nothing like what I was imagining. But this was kind of there, it was kind of there, but you will see I change it a lot in the process of this video, because I don't know, I just wasn't happy with like the original concept that I had, because I was gonna just have like a fairy girl just flying through the air, and I just thought the pose looked kind of awkward, and that's just because I need to work on my anatomy a bit more, and I have had people point it out to me, and I just want to say I am well aware. You don't need to tell me because I know. I'm always trying to do figure drawings in my spare time and trying to practice it, but I think it's the kind of thing that just takes a lot of time, and I also need to practice with facial expressions as well, because I need to change it up a bit, I think. And yeah, I have been receiving a lot of criticism lately on my channel, and that is totally like fine, but I can always like appreciate constructive criticism. Like if you want to point something out that I've done wrong that I might not realise or something like that, and you word it in a way that is constructive and say, hey, next time you might want to try and do this differently, then that's totally fine, and it helps me out a lot. I really appreciate when people do that and they word it like that. But then sometimes just people just come along and just say really horrible things, and I'm just like, dude, what the hell? That's so rude. But yeah, if you're gonna criticize someone, be constructive about it, because I just think there's nothing worse than saying to an artist, oh, that's terrible, and not telling them anything to do to improve it, and it just makes them feel bad, and it's very discouraging, and it's like, what am I supposed to do? And I don't even know what I did wrong. And yeah, so that was just a little rant I had to say, and I hate it when people discourage other people. It just really gets on my nerves, especially on like for beginner artists, because when I was a beginner artist and my art wasn't too amazing, I actually had this lady come into school and we were doing like a careers day or something like that, and she said, what's your like dream job, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, I'd like to be a concept artist or an animator for Disney Pixar. And I showed her like one of my drawings, and she just went, oh, well, that's never gonna happen. I was just like, okay, that's such a rude thing to tell to like a 13-year-old that they're gonna never achieve their dreams. I was just like, wow, who the hell are you to tell me that? So now I want to literally just achieve everything so I can prove that one lady wrong, because that was so annoying. But for this drawing, I actually found it a lot easier to do because, and oh my goodness, this is like the best news ever, I'm so happy about this. I have my computer back, and it's got all my old comic files on it, and it's got old art on it, and there's just is like a landmine of old art on this computer. I don't think that was the right word, oh well. But if you have been watching my videos for quite a while, about last November I was saying how my computer broke and I was so upset about it and I'd have to start using my laptop for videos. Well, almost a year later, it is finally fixed, and I'm seriously over the moon, and I'm finding files on it that I didn't even realise were on it, and yeah, it's a bit of an experience. There's quite a lot of bad photos of me on this computer as well, which is just great, so I will be deleting those. But I have like old videos saved on here that I'd never released and stuff like that, and I kind of think I'd like to release it as like a bonus video, but at the same time I wouldn't, because they're not so good. Like, I wasn't too great at digital art a year ago in comparison to now, and I'm not saying like I'm amazing now. I know I've still got a long way to go, which also ties into another fact. I always have people asking me this, but I am self-taught mostly. Well, for digital art, I'm completely self-taught, and I am 17, so I haven't been drawing that long, and I try the best with what I know, and I know to improve I've got to practice certain things, especially drawing guys. I keep saying, oh yeah, I'm going to practice it, because I struggle with that, and then I just never get around to practicing it. But I think I have a lot of areas to improve on, and sorry if I'm going on about that whole thing. It's just, I was getting comments that just really bothered me, and like, I am aware, I don't look at my artwork and think, oh, that's a perfect drawing. I really don't. I am very, very critical of my own work, and it's very rare that I draw something and I'm like, oh wow, I finally got it right. I don't know if I've ever felt like that, but that's the thing with art. You keep on trying, and then eventually you get to that point where you have basically just mastered it. Well, I hope I'll get there someday, but I'm quite happy with how my art is looking at the moment. I mean, I don't hate it, so that's alright. And I'm glad I got the computer back. That is really awesome. Anyway, enough of me rambling about negative things. This drawing is it's like a painting, and I don't really know what inspired me to do this. I started drawing the girl, and originally she was going to be a fairy. And then I noticed how the more I drew it, the more she looked like she was fading away. So I wanted her kind of fading into like this background kind of. And I wanted it to look quite magical. So that's when I decided to add the fairies into it. And also I just love fairies. Like, I think fairies are awesome, and I really want to do more fairy drawings. So that is why I have the fairies to the side of her. And also I really wanted like blues and purple undertones to this, because I'm starting to experiment more with colours and different colour schemes and stuff like that, and also how to make a character look like they're part of their environment and not just some random colours that don't match the environment around them. So I'm working on that as well. But I think I'm probably going to do some fan art next week, or another draw list again. But I don't know if people are a bit sick of seeing draw lists again, because I did one last week. But I really don't know when it comes to that. So we'll see, I guess. But I can't really do any traditional art videos at the moment, because I can't find the charger for my camera battery. But when I do find it, I will do one. And it will probably be a watercolour video, because that's basically all I work in anymore in traditional media. But I was actually meant to do a watercolour tutorial, but I just completely forgot to do it. So I don't know, let me know if you still want to see that. But it's hard when I'm filming a tutorial, because at the same time I feel like I'm not really in a position to give a tutorial on anything, because like, I'm not an expert, but I just try and tell you guys what I know from just lots of failed art and trying to improve, and what I've picked up over the years. I don't know why I just worded that so awkwardly, but yeah, it is 1 in the morning and my mind is all over the place, and I'm trying to commentate. What else can I say? Oh yeah, the video is coming to an end. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm really happy you guys watched this video, and I really hope you liked this illustration. It's a bit of a random one, and I hope you guys don't mind that. Yeah, I hope you like it, and if you think I should put it up on my Redbubble store, then let me know, and I can sell it as like prints and phone cases.